17, I found someone. He was good looking, he had the muscles, and yeah, he was the dream guy every woman would want to have. So we were in a relationship actually like 2017, in the beginning of 2017. And then during 2017, that time, this is the kind of a person who would tell me to, Maggie, dress up, we are going out. So I would dress up and I look good and I do this and everything. You know, when you're going out with a person, you know, he's a hunk and yeah, I have to look good. Guy dress up, the guy does not appear. He does not appear at all. Not once, not twice, not thrice, but I never ever learned. So one time during the December of 2017, I was like, you know what, I think I'm done with this guy, because the last time he told me was like, yes, you have to dress up like I'm going to pick you. He was living far away from where I lived, so he could come and visit me and just have just good sex, and then he goes. That's what we had. He never ever stayed at my place like we say 2 days or 3 days. So, but we were boyfriends and girlfriends according to us. Yeah. So, what did we do? And this guy, he called me and he was like in December 2017, I was like, you know, we are going out, dress up and we go. I'm going to pick you, because he had to come at my place and he never appeared. So I was like, okay, he's apologizing. So I dressed up very well and I left school so early. I dressed up, I did the makeup, I did everything. Guess what? The guy never came. The guy never came. I was so furious. I was so angry. I was so disappointed. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with this guy. So I told him I was done. And then he was like, no, it can be true. We have to continue and blah, blah. So I was like, you know, I'm done. So as I was thinking I was done, 2017 went by, January 2018. Around April, when the summer was coming in 2018, around the April, he went on because I blocked him on my WhatsApp, on my phone and everything. So I blocked him even on Facebook, because let me tell you this, we met on Facebook. So he got a new account and he sent me a text. Hi, I miss you and everything. You know, this is the person I loved and I miss him too. So he was like, do you mind if we go for dinner and we talk and we talk about things? So I dress up, I get my clothes done and I dressed up. I went for the dinner. I looked hot. Guys, I was hot. Like he looked at me, he was like, yeah. So, but except that I look hot, he still had to play me. Never joke with men. So I went to dinner and I talked to him. It was a very nice dinner. It was a buffet where they cook for you and you order this, I want to eat this and that, you know, when a man wants you back. So I went back home. I told my friend how it happened, this and that. My friend was like, no, he treated you like shit, you cannot go back. In my heart, I was like, my friend doesn't know what I miss. She does not know what I miss, Maggie. This is your choice to get back your man. And I was like, okay, we try again. So this guy, we try again the second time. Trying again, he came. I remember one time during the summer, he borrowed my car. By then he had got his driver's license, so he borrowed my car. And he was to return it the same day, because he came in the morning and he was going to work, and he told me he was going to drive to work, but he would return the car then the following day or the next day. So I waited for him. Did the guy appear? The guy did not appear with my car with him. I had to take my kids to their dad's place, but I had no car, so I had to take the public transportation to take the kids where they had to go. I sent him a text. I did everything. The guy, he disappeared completely. And on Monday, because he had to return on Sunday, but on Monday he sent me a text and he sent me a picture where he was like, he's in the hospital and he could not answer or what, he's very sick and in the hospital. So I look at the photo. Guess what? The photo he sent me, it was for 2017, because I remember in 2017 he was 6. So this photo had a time and date, like 2017, the summertime. I think it was around June, and he sent me that he was in the hospital. I just looked at the picture and I was like, actually, yeah, I'm stupid. That's why this guy is playing me. So I was like, okay, now if he cannot bring the car, I had to contact the police. I told him I'm going to contact the police if you don't bring the car within 2 hours. So I had to contact the police. The guy never appeared with my car. I had to contact the police, and I did a report that my car, I said my ex just disappeared with my card, blah, 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 blah. And they were like, okay, give us his name and the car number plate and everything. So I did. And I think the police contacted him. And then the next day he came with the car and he apologized. And I was like, I don't want to hear anything from you. Give me my keys, and disappear. Actually, he never ever even gave me the keys. He went through the mailbox and left the keys there, and then he sent me a text, hey, your keys are in the mailbox. I was like, okay, fine. I went and got my keys, and I was done with him. Okay, I was done. 2019, I blocked him. 2018, the whole 2018. 2019, I was on Facebook. He comes back, new names. Again, he was like, babe, I'm sorry. I can't, I miss you so much. I'm thinking about you and this and that. And I was like, oh, I have to take back my man. That's the second time, actually. I took him back, and it could be, first time break, 2, 3. Yeah, I take him back, and guess what? When we had sex one time, he had put 2 condoms. He had 2 condoms. And I was surprised. I was like, he came at my place and we talked actually before even we had sex. We talked because, let me tell you something, there are people you get attracted to, like when you see them, your goosebumps come and like you feel like you are safe. That's why we keep on going back to the people who hurt us, and we go back and go back, and you wonder, why is she going back? That is the reason that when you're hurt, when this person knows where to touch you, he will touch you well and you forget all the troubles. So he came here, we talked about everything. I told him I don't want a kid, I want a grown-up man, because I already have 2 children, so I don't expect him to be a kid in a grown-up body. He was like, all right, let's do this and everything. We tried again. We were sleeping at around 23, and his phone rings. When it rings, he tells me, oh, mukwano gwanga nkubide, my friend has called me and his car has got punctuation, something like that, like the tire is broken on the way. Oh, no, it was like his car did not have diesel, like it could not move. So, and he was like, and I want him, why would he even drive his car without putting there the oil? When it shows you that the diesel is not there, you have to put there the diesel or petrol, something like that. So he was so angry and was like, babe, let me go and pick him up. I was like, all right, fine. Remember we had just had sex. So, you know what the guy did? He went to help a friend and he never came back. The guy never came back. You heard me right. He never came back. So I was in the bed. I slept. I was like, what can I do? Can I call him? I was scared because he was at my place. And people, even though we are in countries where they are safe, there is nowhere is safe. I was like, maybe they killed him. What can I do? Can I call a friend? And I was just in the middle of everything. And then I woke up early in the morning. I called him. His phone was on. And he was like, hey, I just went back home. I called your number and it was not going through. So I decided to drive back home and I slept home. I was like, God, I would have known. So I was like, okay, you know what? I think we cannot do this. I'm done. He was like, oh, please don't do that. It won't happen again. And I was like, I'm done. So I was done. Out of the blue, I blocked him again. But out of the blue, he sent me a message again on Facebook. He was like, This cannot be true. This cannot be true. You cannot, at least. Then he said, at least give me a very good bicycle. So, you know what we did? We did it. Yep. I went to his car. Women. I don't know if we sometimes forget our worth trying to save a relationship that is not going to work, because I think after having a failed relationship, I tried so much not to lose this person, because this is the person I got after the failed relationship. So I was willing to do everything that I could in my power to make him stay, or to, I don't know if that's what this is the right word I can use. But then when we had the sex, and I experienced like there was no connection anymore. Actually, I felt it like, yeah, there was no connection. It was like maybe there is something. I didn't feel him anymore. It was like completely like sleeping with a stranger, or sleeping like a prostitute and someone is going to pay you. That's how it felt like. So I was like, okay, now I'm completely done. And then guess what? The guy comes back at the fourth time. And I was like, Maggie, what can I do? You know what I did? For you people coming from Africa, you know our African men fear AIDS. So I was forced to tell the guy, you know what? I went to Africa, and when I came back, I tested HIV positive. I know this is not supposed to be a joke, but for us who come from Africa, we know what it means. When you tell someone I'm positive, they are going to run for their lives. So that is what saved me from going back for the fourth time. And I'm looking like I'm here right now talking this, and I'm like, girl, what were you thinking? Like, seriously, why? Even after the first time he took my car, like I could not even take my kids back to their father. But I was like, oh, he will change. Did he change? No, he did not. Did I deserve it? Yes, I did, because I was young, naive, and I fell in love with the Miaye Omusegu. But right now, you don't try me. So that was the story for today. I'm going back to my ex 3 times expecting to change him. Did I change him? No. And guess what? Was he just having me? No. I was the second girlfriend. Yeah. At the end of it all, I got to know that he had a wife or a girlfriend with a child. And on top of that, one time he came with his child, and he told me it was his sister's child, so I had to babysit that baby when he and the girlfriend went to the club. Yep. I sat down and babysat my co-wife's baby, who was by then 1 year, I think. You know, 1-year-olds when they're still breastfeeding. So I was there. I did everything. I gave her the bottle. I gave her everything. Because he told me it was his sister's baby, and the husband or the girl, the father to the baby, does not want to know anything about the baby, and so they are going out. I should take care of the baby. Girls, these menus out there, check them before you sleep with them. The girls you see on the street here, they have seen hell. So when we come to you and be like, no, I want this and this and this, I know the reason why I want that. I know the reason why I want you to go home officially and be like, okay, Maggie, this is what I want. We don't want to play the games, because we have been through the games and we have been the coaches of these games you're trying to play us. So that was the story for today, for being played. Yep, I was the second girlfriend, and then going back to him for over 3 times. I cannot even imagine that. I cannot imagine that. Right now, I cannot even imagine myself going for a man, not even a second time. Like, why would I? Why? But when you're still in your 20s, you think you still have time. Yes, you have time, but time to play will never ever help you as a woman. So at least I know I have been there and I'm hoping you won't end there because it's not fun going back to your ex. I know the feeling because there are men who touch you. Actually, most things that take us back to these men, because he was not even a caring person. I will not say that he one day came with a flower or he came with anything like this. No, he did not. Every time he came to my house, he was empty-handed. But why did I keep on going back? Because I was desperate. I'll have to admit that. I was desperate and I thought that he was the right person for me. And because downwards I was satisfied, I think that alone kept me going for more. And not anymore. Not anymore. I hope you enjoyed this story and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. My name is Maggie, your host as always. And I'll be here to give you all the fun and the advice to move on this new year. Happy 2021. Thank you for watching. Have a safe stay and kisses to you. I love you always from the bottom of my heart. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching my videos. Have you ever been in that situation where I have been? How was your situation, by the way? It could be like, because I'm very sure many women, we have been there, so don't lie. And for you men, have you been there also as well? Because I have been there. I'm very sure I'm not the only stupid person here who falls in love with the with the mufere. You know, share your experience. Have you been ever fera? Have you ever fallen in love and went back for over and over times, even though you saw that there was no way you're gonna work it out? Like there was no way you're gonna have to have it good. But even though you knew it was not going to work out, but you kept on going for more and going for more and going for more. So guys, thank you for watching. Share your views and tell us how you felt about going back to ex or having an ex that maybe you wanted to go back but he never wanted to go back. How does it feel? And what made you go back to your ex? The first time, second time, third time, fourth time, and abamukyali nabo mbasabira. Always love you guys. Stay safe. Bye.